All right, I am joined with Amanda Pare today, and we talk a lot of different things with you because you wear a lot of different hats, but today we are talking about once the baby comes, sleeping patterns, getting them into a routine, healthy routines and things like that. So I just wanted to kind of talk to you first, one, about the importance of it and how you can kind of even go about tackling that kind of thing.
Yes, so sleep is very important. As an adult, it's something we all want, especially when we have those babies, and it's something that we lack.
Yeah.
So getting your baby off to the right start definitely is very helpful. We actually say getting them into a bedtime routine is the golden ticket for good sleep.
Okay.
So what happens here is it helps them go to sleep easier if the routine is very consistent every night, as well as not as many wake-ups in the night.
Right. And can you give me an example of like a routine that tends to work out? Is it usually like a bath or like when you eat? Like what are the kind of like set routines that you can kind of get them going on that path?
For sure.
Yeah.
So we usually like to start with a bath. So a bedtime routine we say should take no longer than 30 minutes.
Okay.
That way we're not dealing with an overtired child.
Yeah.
Right? And timing is really key as well. So we don't want them to be too overtired or too undertired because that can allot to a lot of crying in an infant. So we start with a bath. It doesn't have to be a wild bath, just a nice, calm, relaxing bath. A little massage with some lotion is always great to add in there as well. It helps decrease their stress level, gets them kind of ready for bed, and can help increase those melatonin levels, which babies don't have at birth.
Sure.
And then we go into putting on pajamas, a sleep sack, getting them comfy and cozy, then going to a little story, a song, a feed, and then into the crib.
Awesome. And that starts you, when do you kind of want to start that routine, kind of right at the start?
Yeah,
Okay.
so with new moms, you're kind of trying to figure it all out in the first couple of weeks, but
sure.
once you're kind of ready, you'll know, like you just kind of start into a routine. So with a newborn baby, you want to look at bedtime between 9 and 11.
Okay.
Around the 4-month mark, then we can start to bump bedtime back to about 7:30 to 8:30.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, and I was going to ask you, does the kind of, as the baby gets older, does the routine kind of change timing-wise? Can you kind of drop things out, or is it kind of the best way to just kind of keep it consistent up until which age, basically, would you kind of keep
so
that
I
going?
say keep the bedtime routine pretty consistent until you need to drop the timing back. And you'll know as your baby gets older, they'll need more awake time. That way we can back bedtime up, as well as the feed might change around the 3 and 4 month mark.
Right.
You'll want to move the feed right before they go to sleep to kind of to the beginning before the bath.
Oh, okay.
So you want to make sure that they get a nice feed, make sure they're not distracted, so their little tummies are full.
Yeah.
And then kind of go through the steps, and bed should be the last thing.
Perfect. And just one question for you with regards to when they do fall asleep and then the wake up in the night and they're crying, is it best that you kind of let them kind of self-soothe, or what are your thoughts on that and how to tackle that situation?
Yeah, so I mean, parents can always reach out to me to ask questions specifically for their baby and kind of their pattern and what's kind of going on in the night. But to just kind of give them a few minutes, because in the beginning babies are really noisy and sometimes they don't need us to respond, and we do. Especially if we have other children in the house or a husband who needs to wake up, we kind of jump out of bed and respond to the baby right away. And that's something we can kind of wait a little bit to see if they really need us.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Well, thank you for all our information, and hopefully that helps if you've got a baby at home, and hope everyone gets a good sleep. So thank you for coming in. We appreciate it, Amanda.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.